Hello everyone, today we will continue WWE 2K24 My GM mode. In the last episode, Logan Paul regained the World Championship in a fantastic match against Rich Holland, who isn't the happiest superstar, but I hope he stays with us until at least the pay-per-view. We also signed two new superstars in Trixie Gambit and Alcatraz. They are starting off pretty well. Trixie is already in a women's tag team championship feud, and Alcatraz is in a feud with the megastar LA Knight. There's nothing that much we have to do right now. We have a few contracts expiring soon, which is okay for us. We have a good amount of money. We promised Damian Priest to become a babyface within the next 3 weeks, which is completely manageable, and we're gonna do right now. So this is our show. In the opening match, we have Shayna Baszler versus Jacy Jayne for the women's title. This is a rivalry match. A tables match should do well for us. Next, as we promised, we'll give Damian Priest his role change. In the mid-card, we have a triple threat match for the IC title. Alcatraz going up against LA Knight and Sheamus with a run-in from Captain Grog against the Celtic Warrior. Next, we have another role change with Carl Anderson becoming a bad guy. In the other mid-card match, we continue our tag team championship rivalry for the women. We have Dakota Kai and Trixie Gambit going up against Ivy Nile and Fallon Henley. We have also a tag team call-out promo with Adrian Buck and Mr. Higglesby calling out Eric and Carl Anderson, who become a new tag team after Carl's heel turn. And in the main event, we have Logan Paul going up against Rich Holland in a title rematch. I'm quite happy with this show. So let's see what the others have in store for us. Well, actually, we're the first one. So will Jacy Jayne regain the women's title? No, Shayna Baszler wins in an amazing match, leveling up the rivalry. A weak promo by Damian Priest, however, it's enough to turn him into a good guy. Next we have the triple threat for the title, and Sheamus retains in a good match. Sheamus versus Captain Grog is a new rivalry, unfortunately nothing for LA Knight and Alcatraz. A good promo by Carl Anderson, who gets to be a bad guy now. Next we have Fallon Henley versus Ivy Nile versus Trixie Gambit and what was her name? Dakota Kai in a disappointing match. We have a new rivalry between Mr. Higglesby and Adrian Buck and Carl Anderson and Eric. And in the main event, Logan Paul defends the title and wins against Rich Holland in an amazing match, which is 4 stars. For WCW, we have Axiom going up against Ivar, and this Ivar who gets the win in a great match. A charity promo is cut by John the Fish Herman. Next, a tag team mid-card match between The Miz and Jamie McDonald going up against what was his name? Cedric, and main event Jey Uso. Chelsea cuts a good charity promo. In the mid-card, Nikita Lyons loses to Tiffany Stratton and Carmella loses as well in a mediocre match. Cindy Fluff cuts a not great promo which gives her 0 popularity. Apollo Crews loses to Gunther in an amazing match. For Monday Night Raw, our archest nemesis, we have Zelina Vega versus Piper Niven for the Women's World Championship, and it's Zelina Vega who wins the title in an amazing match. Next we have a call-out promo for Charlotte Flair. She cuts an okay promo, but I don't think that gives us a rivalry. We have the return of Stardust going up against Triton, and it's Triton who beats Stardust in a disappointing match. Next, World Champion Giovanni Vinci cuts a self-promo. And in the mid-card, Drew Gulak and Braun Breaker lose the tag team titles to Johnny Gargano and Josh Briggs in an amazing match. Mid-card, Jimmy Uso cuts a great charity promo, and in the main event we have Natalya and Zoe Stark going up against Scarlett and Blair Davenport in another amazing match. For NXT, we have a tag team match where Damage Control wins. Robert Roode cuts a good self-promo. Next we have Ludwig Kaiser versus Jerry Sweat, and Ludwig wins in an okay match. Damon Kemp cuts a weak promo, and Andrea Cannons loses to Tamina because she always loses to Tamina. Next we have a call-out promo from Sassi Molassi against Indy Hartwell. The promo is okay, but it doesn't better the rivalry. And in the main event, of course, we have Humberto Carrillo beating Braun Strowman for the North American title. We get an amazing booking. We had the best opening match along with Raw, as well as the best main event, but everyone got 4 stars on their main event, so that's not really a big surprise. We had the worst match in the mid-card though, well, along with Raw. NXT and WCW did better than us in the mid-card, but we did better than them on the opening match. So I guess we have to be considering ourselves the winners of this week. We get 42,000 fans. WCW get 51,000, Raw get 52,000, and NXT got 44,000, meaning that we are back in third place, only ahead of WCW, but only 1,400 fans behind NXT, and we're not gonna comment on Raw because they're so far ahead. Next. Screw you, Eric. Oh no, not Adrian, not Ridge, not Trixie. Screw you, Eric. You got me once, but now I have my payback. Dude, you do realize that you started it all, right? You started it. It wasn't me. It was you. Idiot. Oh, come on now. Adrian wants to have his contract renewed. What about 6,000, Eric? So Adrian accepts a 66,000 offer, which is great. We get to retain him for the next 5 weeks. Thanks, Eric. I'm curious, Rich wants to tear up his contract because he's a loser, just like Robert Roode was. And I'm curious what will happen if I say I'd love to, but I don't have that kind of money. Or, sorry, Rich, that's not in my plans. I imagine that if I say, sorry, Rich, that's not in my plans, he'll leave. So let's see what will happen if I say I'd love to, but I don't have that kind of money. Oh, he gave me one more chance. Thank you, Rich. Listen, I can't stop teaming with Dakota. She's the reason why we keep losing our tag team matches. I can't drill it into her thick skull. Let me prove who the problem on the team is. Give me a singles match tonight and I'll show her how it's done. So Trixie Gambit wants to prove that she's not the weak link of the team and she wants to not be teamed with Dakota this week. I can do that. Sure, Trixie, that's not an issue. So we managed to make out a show with which will hopefully boost most of our rivalries and most of our superstars. Let's start from the main event of the show. We'll have Shayna Baszler go up against JC Jane in a tables match for the women's title. Next we'll have in the mid card a fatal four-way match between Sheamus, the Intercontinental Champion, Captain Grock, his rival, Alcatraz, and LA Knight, the rival of Alcatraz. We will also have a tag team call-out promo from Ivy Nile and Fallon Henry to Dakota Kai and Trixie Gambit. Next we have another tag team call-out from Adrian Buck and Mr. Higglesby to Eric and Carl Anderson. We have a mid-card match. Trixie Gambit goes up against Cora Cut. The reason for this match is that we promised Trixie that she will get a singles match where she will not be taken back by her tag team partner. And we'll also have a charity promo from Alba Fire, and in the opening match we have a very risky match. Logan Paul versus Rich Holland with a run-in from Damian Priest in order to fulfill our commissioner's goal. I really hope neither of them gets injured, that's why they're in a normal match. Hopefully that doesn't hurt any of them. Now that I think about it, wouldn't this be a better match if it's a Now that I think about it, when we have Cora cut only for 1 week, why don't we at least give this match a chance and make it a tables match? So this is our show. It's not the best. We are relying on to call out promos again. But we have Alba cutting a charity promo in order to get our show popularity get higher, and so we can get some fans. I'm quite happy with this show. I hope that the fans are as well. This time we are opening things with NXT and a tag team match between Robert Roode and Ludwig Kaiser, the tag team champions, going up against Jerry Sweat and Duke Hudson. And is the champions retaining in a great match, growing the rivalry to level 3. Gigi Dolin then cuts a good promo. And in another rivalry match we have R-Truth losing to Damon Kemp in a good match. Cameron Grimes cuts an okay promo, and then we have another squash match from Tamina against a jobber. Sassy Molassie again cuts a promo against Indy Hartwell, and it's again a weak promo which doesn't make the rivalry better. And in the main event we have Humberto Carrillo finally losing to Braun Strowman in a great match. How is this rivalry not on cooldown though? Like, they've been fighting every week for the last 10. For Raw, in the opening match we have Johnny Gargano going up against Drew Gulak in a great match. A self-promo then by Giovanni Vinci, the World Heavyweight Champion, and a match between Triton and Stardust. This time Stardust wins the match in a mediocre match. A charity promo is cut by Jimmy Uso, gaining 5,000 fans, and then World Champion Zelina Vega wins again against Piper Niven in a good match. A call-out promo between Josh Briggs and Giovanni Vinci happens, and Josh Briggs has like 17 stamina, so if he doesn't get injured, I guess I shouldn't worry as much about my people, about Logan and Ridge. A good match between Natalia and Zoe Stark going up against Scarlett and Blair Davenport closes the show with a new set of tag team champions. Finally, it's SmackDown's turn, and we have the World Championship match, and Rich Holland wins the World Championship in an amazing match, and Rich got injured for 5 weeks. Great. Just my luck. Josh Briggs can go around with 17 stamina. No, Rich gets injured with 30 stamina. Great. Good job by Iowa Fire gaining 5,000 fans. In the match with Cora Cut, Trixie Gambit does prove that she was not the weak link and that it's actually the Kotakai. A good promo by Higginsby and Buck makes the rivalry for the tag championships better. In the Intercontinental 4-way we have Sheamus retaining yet again in a good match, with both rivalries going up. Henley and Nile-Cut as well, a good promo which grows the rivalry. And in the main event, JC Jane becomes the women's champion in a classic match. That was amazing by JC. For WCW we have main event Jey Uso beating Ivar in a good match. A self promo by Dijak, who gains 1 popularity. John the Fish Herman beats JD McDonough. I'm sure that the Judgment Day won't be very happy about this. The match was also mediocre. An okay promo by Alexander and Cruz against Ivar and The Miz, which doesn't make the rivalry stronger. Tiffany Stratton beats Becky Lynch. She's been quite the winning streak recently. And Cindy Fluff cuts a weak charity promo. And in the main event we have Nikita Lyons versus Chelsea Green, with Nikita Lyons retaining her title but getting injured for 3 weeks, missing the pay-per-view as well. We get another amazing booking. Unfortunately, Rich Holland got injured, but while we lose him for the pay-per-view, that is a good opportunity to get some rest for Logan Paul, get him to cut some promos, help us out in that direction. We didn't get an active rivalry for Trixie Gambit, which is great. We got an improvement from the Buck and Higglesby against Eric and Anderson rivalry, just as well as the Niall Henley and Kai Gambit rivalry. We also got a good improvement on the Grog Sheamus and LA Knight Alcatraz rivalry, and we didn't get an improvement on our main event rivalry, unfortunately, but we did get an amazing match out of it. The best match. We had the best matches overall. Like, yeah, NXT got a better mid card than us, but we had the better opener and the better main event by far. We got an amazing booking, everyone else got a good booking. I hope that our two amazing bookings don't hurt us for the pay-per-view and that we're gonna do great with it as well. Raw got 49,000 fans, NXT got 43,000, we got 52,000, finally narrowing the gap between us and Raw, and WCW got only 35,000. Meaning that we don't really have to worry about them for the time being, with the gap being 30,000 now. However, the gap to Raw is still huge, being at a half 55,000. That being said, it's now time for Fastlane, and we start not great with what? Eric? Why are you unhappy, Eric? Eric, I literally don't understand why you're unhappy. Why is it a joke? Why? You got here like 5 weeks ago, right? You got here at SummerSlam. Afterwards, you became one of our more important superstars. You're in the tag team championship rivalry. Do you know how much... do you know how irrelevant... like, actually how irrelevant Grayson Waller became because of you? Like, you're the guy who replaced Grayson Waller. He was one of our hottest superstars, and now he's a nobody because of you, Eric. Why do you think it's a joke? No, Eric, I'm not gonna give you $100,000 because I have like 110,000 probably. No. Goodbye, Eric. Goodbye. I guess you're a joke much more than our show is, because we were booking you. You're a bigger loser. Well, no, you're not a bigger loser than Tyler Bate, because honestly, he was injured for the whole time he complained he wasn't booked. Like, I cannot compare you to Tyler Bate, but why are you such an idiot, Eric? I'm booking you well. You were in a rivalry. What more do you want? You would have been on the pay-per-view card. Okay, whatever you want. I'm fine with it. Thank you, Trixie. I'm happy that at least you acknowledge and respect me. Let's talk figures, LA Knight. We can have him until the end of the season for 139,000 or for 56,000 to try and keep him for now. We also... Oh, I cannot. Okay. Let's try this. I think we both know. Yeah, okay. Okay. We're happy to meet your price, LA. I know that... No! Oh, Captain Grog wants to leave. Thankfully, he's just in the Sheamus rivalry, and it won't be that painful that he leaves. Unfortunately, one of our legends is leaving. Ensure that Captain Grog fights. Of course he will. He's leaving this week. We have $115,000 though. Like, yeah, Captain Grog leaving is hurting us, but quite honestly, it's not like the end of the world for us, because yeah, he is someone we really enjoyed having, but when he wants to leave, he wants to leave, and we cannot stop him from leaving. That's it from me for this video. Thank you for watching. We'll have Fastlane in the next video. Bye bye.